no matter what. I'm feeling great.
Hello and welcome to Godlywood Studio and to Light of Knowledge. Dear friends, who is God? Is He an imagination or reality? What is His role in the human activities of this planet? These are all questions which has confused many a scholar from time immemorial. Today we take up this much discussed topic once again and see how far we can throw a light into this in the light of godly knowledge. And as usual, we have Rupa Benji with us. Let us welcome her. Rupa Benji, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Benji, we have discussed many subjects in light of knowledge, and we have seen how far the godly knowledge and wisdom will take us forward in our life. Today we take up the much discussed topic of creator and creation. First of all, why God is called creator?
God, the word itself gives us a kind of divine feelings. And also whenever we remember the word God, then our mind goes beyond. And another thing, whenever we hear the word God, every individual feels that he knows everything. So God is the creator. This is because he knows the past, present and future. And we are all in this planet, we do seeing the present, and there is some special time when the whole humanity seeks the help of God for the total rejuvenation of this planet itself. And therefore, that is the beautiful time where God has to take up His activity with His divine knowledge in this human world. Therefore, we call Him the Creator. And the second thing, it is well understood in many holy books or written in many holy scriptures that God is divine and He has created this world with His image of divinity.
Here a doubt comes in the mind of any common man that if God created, what was there before creation? Was there nothing or space or what?
Spirituality and science in this concept goes with one thought, that this world of nature, it is existing eternally. Neither it is created nor it is destroyed. But why the creation and the creator, the word we use, something is spoiled, something has become old, we demolish and recreate that one. Something is existing in a episode way and we rearrange it, that is also known as creation. So in this human existence, as we have discussed in previous episodes also, that we come from perfection to imperfection order. And therefore humanity today is craving for perfection. Perfection in human thoughts, words and actions and behavior. Perfection in the nature, existence and its action and reaction. And there should be perfection in coordination in between human and nature. Therefore, that perfect balance is known as heaven, which usually every human being feels that God has created the heaven. And they're searching for that. And even sometimes if anybody does some good deed, then say, oh, you will have a place in heaven, we say. Or if somebody has committed some sin, then we say, oh, he will go to hell. This is just a comparison where our actions are taking us either to a higher status of happiness or lower status of suffering. But what God created is an order in the world and a beautiful balance in between human beings and nature.
So from what you say, what I understand is, God doesn't create something new from nothingness. He actually recreates what was there already.
Yeah.
He creates the new from the old.
He gives the knowledge how to put a thing which is in disorder to order, how a thing has become polluted or impure, again to bring it back to the purity stage. And that divine knowledge is there in only the Supreme Father, not in anybody. And therefore, even in order to create, it is not a single minute of like a magic, not like that. People think God means He does everything like a magic within frictions of second. Just open your eyes, something happens. No, He does miracles with the practical knowledge and application, which humanity thinks it's impossible, and He makes it possible. And therefore, the imagination that God does wonder, it is true. But in what way, that we have to understand with His knowledge.
But looking in the world at present, I think you said there will be a beautiful correlation between man and the nature. But looking at today's world, we don't see any correlation, and actually nature has started turning against human beings. So how this whole process is going to take place? From such an outrageous way of human relation with the nature, how nature is going to be tamed?
When I say there should be a balance between human beings and nature, before I could compare with the external nature which is unlimited, I relate myself with the nature which is I am holding this human body. And this body is also a part of nature. So here God, first He reveals the secret how a human being in the sense a spirit, has to have a balanced correlation with his human body. There are two words we have to understand: human being and human body. So human body is with nature, and human being is the existence of the soul, and both are important. Both are important, but only the thing is, now what is happening, the existence of being has become influenced with the nature. That is the external energies, and therefore the soul, the eternal energy, is not able to command the nature's resources, which is material. So soul is an active power because it has got its own choice of thinking, and as in the previous episode also it was very clearly explained that mind can give energy to the matter. Okay, so here the play is with mind and matter. When matter becomes subservient to mind, then mind, if it is holy and divine, he can create heaven through the matter. And when mind gets polluted, then matter becomes disturbed. And this disturbance is called pollution or impurity. And therefore, even though we try to control all this nature's power, today we are not able to do it completely. Sometimes we are successful, sometimes not possible. And more disturbed particles in the nature, all of a sudden there will be more and more natural calamities or disturbances, or sometimes we get more of rain, we don't get, or there is so much of imbalance between human thoughts and also the nature.
I think because Benji, you said that there has been energy degeneration. Because of this degeneration, we lost our purity, and that may be the reason why we become subservient to the nature. And my question is, if we have become so much subservient to the nature, what can bring about that newness in us so that we become masters of the world once again?
For this, the first divine knowledge taught from the Supreme is to become soul conscious. Because soul is also an energy, matter is also an energy. As science has beautifully explained, the matter is having 3 particles. To have a positive effect in the matter, there is a need of external energy, that is the soul. But soul also having 3 important particles or powers. And this also has to be brought in order. Today what has happened, these three powers, if it is working in order, then you see good effect all over. If it is scattered or disturbed, then a person can become disturbed, or his relation, even nature, atmosphere, everything becomes disturbed. So that three...
I think, Benji, for the sake of the audience, you can just mention at least these three powers of the soul.
The three powers, in short, if I want to explain, first is thinking energy. And thinking is like creating. Okay. People, I don't think so much people are aware of this secret. Thinking is creating. And what we create, is it a qualitative creation or a waste creation or unwanted creation? It depends. So the qualitative thoughts makes you feel more comfortable, and that affects the outside nature. So first of all, we will try to bring our thinking power as much as possible more and more positive, and less thinking more powerful. First thing. And second energy that we are having is the decision making energy. So people get confused when they are thinking too much. So through godly knowledge, we practice Rajyoga Meditation, which God Himself teaches here, in order to bring this energy to a point of what we say is accumulation of energy. As you think more, your energy is scattered and it's going away, and to bring back, you have to make lot of effort. So here, a single-minded concentration is, you think you are a pure and good soul, and hold that thought and try to be in these feelings. And the second stage, even if you are not able to experience that, then you go and contact through your energy of mind to draw that power of purity from God. That's the second step in meditation. And this, what happens slowly, your mind becomes calm, quiet, and more powerful, and you generate thoughts, but not unwanted thoughts. Therefore, it is more powerful. Like it is, even for the physical body, you eat food. More food you eat, but less energy. Instead, you take concentrated food, which is having more proteins and more energy. So that will give you whatever you want. So the same thing applies here. And third most important power we have is making our sanskars or latencies or the impressions. The quality of thoughts, quality of decision makes the quality of impressions. So when God wants to create a beautiful, happy, and pure world, He doesn't do a magic. He first trains human beings to undergo this process of bringing purity, peace, and happiness in your thought level first.
I think, Benji, that really makes sense, because if the world need to turn into a golden age, I think first human being need to turn into deities. So I think meditation and godly knowledge is really a way to do that, and that was really revealing, because meditation, godly knowledge, and the practice, all of this is taking us to that dimension, that level, where we recreate ourselves, where we make ourselves pure, so that God can do something through us. And His main role in this world definitely is to make this vicious world into a beautiful one. And I think now it is time for the question from the public, question of the day.
My name is Sridhar. I'm from Hyderabad. I'm working in Whirlpool as a branch manager, and I got a small issue. And my brother, we both have a small argument about my maternal uncles. There was an issue which was not so deep. I think it's not the thing to be, detached or separated. He's not in touch with me ever since that issue has happened. And I pray God that that should be sorted out and it should be cleared as soon as possible.
That's a common problem quite found in our families nowadays. So what can he do so that his brother come back to normal and talk to him?
His intention is good that he has to come back. In this issue, though issue is small as he is explaining, but some people may be very sensitive, by which they may take a big step, even the issue is very small. And if our wishes are good, intention is good, that positive vibrations will definitely touch them. And in course of time, he will come back, or at least he will have a good relationship. There are many things like that. It happens all of a sudden in families, in relationship. If we are not at wrong side, we need not worry much, because we understand this world as a drama stage. We are all actors in this world drama, and there will be some reason. Sometimes we come together and play good roles, and sometimes even a trivial matter can give a space to go away. And this is, we understand as a karmic accounts. This much was the time to be with them, and then I have to go and play another role. We can understand in this way. Second thing, if we are really loving that person, let us have good wish wherever he or she is there. Let them be happy. So give this wishes, and definitely they will come back to you.
Is this also a possibility that he also feel that he has done some kind of wrong to his brother, that is why he is not communicating now, and that guilty feeling might be causing
For him,
problem?
whatever the mistake his side or other side, he may count that issue as small, but the same thing may matter big to somebody. So unless they realize it is not a big matter, till that time their agony, pain will not come down. They have to become lighter. Then only they will come back and talk to them or feel the same as they were. So for that, the best is, even the small mistake also, let us say sorry and ask pardon first.
I think it is not very clear from the question that whether he has
Committed the mistake or not.
asked pardon or something like that. But I think even if something happens, I think it is best for our part so that we can ask pardon. And
yes, we have to bow down and say, I am sorry, and be the same as you were. So my part is over. It should be done with a very authentic heart, not for the sake of saying it won't work again. And after I request also, if they don't turn up, then these feelings of conflict will not be there in me, because I have tried my level best. And this again with positive feelings. And this makes me light, and later other person may also feel lighter, but it may take little time.
Relationships get strained when we don't understand each other. So living in a family, brothers or whoever, even close relative, have some issues between them. So what kind of attitude should we keep so that no problems arise between blood relations?
See, here we have to keep always in our mind not to hurt anybody, even with small issue or big issue. See, one small instant, even I remember now also, for me or to all people at that time, whoever were there, it is really, really a small matter. But it turned into a very big matter later. So in one of the place, a group of sisters, we were engaged in one service, and one sister was not much educated, but she was giving some medicines to some other sister who had some physical problem. So we asked, one of the sister asked, what is that medicine name? So while pronouncing, instead of saying medicine, she said metashin. Is it a big matter? Not at all. But at that time we were all in very light mood, so listening to that we felt like laughing. So everybody started laughing. So laughing is a infectious disease. No? If one starts laughing, another will also laugh, another will, not knowing why we are laughing, we all started laughing. And that laughing went on for few minutes. And that sister felt so bad at that time, and she started crying, and then she started leaving that place, and for many days she could not come back. So I can say it is a very small matter, but for her it was a big thing. And
I
therefore,
think when we are very sensitive, even small things affect us very much.
it's very important to take care of our speech or the way we express, and always to be careful not to hurt others.
I think that question was answered in a very elaborate way. A little bit of attention is all we need so that relationships are not strained anymore. An attitude of caring for others will definitely take us a long way in keeping good relationships. And dear friends, now it is time for us to move on to the last session of the episode, the attitude, the virtue, and reflection part. Benji, so what is today's attitude, today's virtue?
Today, let us take the attitude of becoming perfect in each action, because whatever small things or big thing we do, we should do with perfection. If that attitude we develop, then we take care overall things. And supportive virtue for this is bliss. Why I am taking this virtue? Because we have spoken few things about God, and God is also always praised as the perfect being. And for any perfection, we pray God. Even a scientist would like to invent something, discover anything, first he thinks about the beyond energy, because he who is perfect created this world in a perfect order, and man is also craving for perfection. Why God is so perfect? Because he is always blissful. So we also try to be in that state of mind. Then with that happiness, what happens? Even small things we try to do in order. This virtue makes us feel not only happy, but as we do things in perfect order, the nature and atmosphere and the world around and people around start moving along with us.
Benji, as usual, I think you have beautifully explained the concept. Now I think we can have a little bit of reflection on these thoughts.
Sit in a comfortable position. Visualize yourself as a tiny point of light, a beautiful creation, child of the Creator, the Almighty. God is the creator of this universe. He has put everything in order once upon a time. Being the child of Supreme, I enjoyed this universe in perfection in the beginning. In course of time, as I was playing with many other beings, many other elements in the nature, I slowly slipped down to the influences. Hence, I lost my control and started getting deviated, and sometime disturbances. More and more disturbances. I felt like destroying myself and started destroying others. Now is the time to think of my Father, who is perfect, who is blissful, who is there to help me to regain my energy and go back to the state of perfection. Om Shanti.
So once again, thanks a lot, Benji. That was, as usual, very short but essential way of taking us to that dimension where we originally belong to. So from the part of all the viewers, I think it is once again a sincere thanks to. So dear friends, that has been a wonderful journey as usual. Today we looked into who creator and creation is. and we will continue this discussion further. For now, take a little bit of time to practice this attitude and virtues and try for yourself and see how far it is taking you to that beautiful life that we all crave for. And any question, any query, please feel free to email us or make a call. Until we meet in the next episode, it is a goodbye from all of us in the studio.